Alrighty. Hello and welcome to the Tech Toolbox number 2. It's amazing to have you back. I'm Sarah and I have some of the amazing team here tonight as well. So I'd just like to do a little hello to Joselle, one of our tech experts. Hi, Joselle. Sybil, operations manager. Nat, named as Team TekMatix. She's our head tech expert. And Febby was here, but she's not very well. She'll probably be dropping back in the moment. That's not all of the team. Some of the team are asleep right now on the other side of planet Earth. They have been absolute massive legends this week, working incredible amounts of overtime to get everyone onboarded. As mentioned last week, we plan to have 50 beta testers by December. In the first week now, we're almost at the first week, we now have over 600 registered users, and it's quite busy, hence my face is like this, but it's well worth it. Okay, it's great. We're really excited. Now today, what we're going to do, well, we have some fun stuff for you. First of all, I did make a promise in the Facebook group to share the very funny story behind the name TekMatix and where it came from. Then what we're going to do is go into how to create a free ebook giveaway inside your TekMatix account. So we are going to get a little ebook file or a document file. We are going to create it as a product inside our TekMatix account. We're going to connect a domain name. So if you have your own domain or plan to have one, I'm actually going to go in behind the scenes and show you how to do it. We are also going to create a pretty landing page using one of the templates that you have inside your account so that people can opt in and get your free thingy and you get their email address. We are going to connect that funnel to that domain name so that it's got a lovely URL. And we're also going to then create an automated workflow so that those people get automatically delivered their free thingy and a lovely email from you that makes you look awesome. So after that, if that wasn't good enough, drink some coffee, my friends, because then Nat's going to come along and blow your socks off even more by showing you how to create your own paid calendar appointment. So if you would like to go to your Calendly expenses and move all of that into your TekMatix account, we've got you. Friends, we are going to show you how to actually create paid appointments inside your TekMatix account so you can start taking money for coaching calls, consults, and anything else you want to charge for your time. Woohoo, amazeballs. So that's what you've got to look forward to. So let's start with a funny story, and I'm going to look forward to seeing everyone's faces here, so I'm putting it on gallery. Do I have anyone on the call today who is Arabic or knows Arabic? Okay, right. So the story is that we, Sybil and I, basically had about 48 hours to choose the name for this software because the deadline was creeping up. We just hadn't creating. We couldn't do anything until the name was created because we didn't have the domain name. So there we were, basically about 48 hours until witching hour. Sybil and I decided it would be easier to lubricate the whole situation with a bottle or 3 of wine. And we were on Zoom at the early hours of the morning, absolutely at the point where we could barely speak, both because of tiredness and the wine. And we had a few names that we were playing around with. And I had the night before had this dream, right? And any of you who have known me for a while know that I am a bit woo-woo, right? I'm a gypsy girl and I do look a bit too much into like signs, symbols and messages that I receive from, you know, the other people out there. So I'm having this dream, I'm fast asleep, legit in the middle of my dream. And this name comes to me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the name. So at this 3 o'clock in the morning the next day, when Sybil and I are just racking our brains with what the hell a name is going to be for this business, I suddenly remembered my dream from the night before. And I went, oh, Sybil, I remembered what the name is supposed to be. The angels sent it to me, right? The angels gave me this name. And she's going, oh God, here we go. All right, tell me what it is. And I went like this. ZubiKit. She went, what? I said, ZubiKit. Oh, it's the name. And she went, no. Starts tapping away on the screen. She goes, Sarah, can you just Google what Zubi means? And I said, it means the best tech tool in the world. She goes, no, it doesn't. I said, just tell me what it means. My fingers don't work. I'm drunk and tired. And she goes, Please Google it. I'm not saying it. Well, my friends, so you don't have to Google it. Zubi means penis in Arabic. So basically, TekMatix was almost called, and excuse the bad word that's about to come out of my mouth, dick kit. Well, that went down a treat. We were literally 48 hours away from spending what is now almost $500,000 on dick kit. Well, let's just say, thank God I have a German that works for me and checks everything I do. So sorry about the bad words. I don't normally swear on these calls, but that is the true funny story behind TekMatix and why it's called TekMatix and not Willy Kit. So I promised I'd share that. That's out of the way and moved on. I hope you had a laugh. It was nearly a PR nightmare. So speak of you, let's go. Let's go and create a free lead magnet inside TekMatix. Just got to make sure I let everyone in the room. For some reason, I can't make anyone else co-host. So hopefully I can keep on top of managing the room and doing demos. So I just want to point out that these are pretend contacts. You're not seeing real contact information. Unfortunately, I haven't yet met anyone called Silly Sausage or Made Up Margaret, but I will be delighted if they're out there. So let me take you through what we're going to do today. Creating a free lead magnet in TekMatix has 8 major steps to it. Now, this may make you go, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot. But remember, this is an all-in-one platform where you have every feature you could possibly need in one place. So there are more bits to connect together because unlike a learning management system, which is one piece of your puzzle, we have all the different pieces. We've got the learning management system, and we've got the funnels, and we've got the domains, and we've got the forms, and we've got the delivery. So that feels like more steps when you first go into this. And at the beginning, it is going to feel like a lot, but you will get used to this. Now, this particular document will be up on our help channel tomorrow. To do that, just go to tekmatix.com, click on the help menu item, and you will find these steps in there. So the first thing we want to do before we do anything in our TekMatix account is connect our domains. So your domain is basically your www.something.com, whatever it is that you have. So if you have not yet got your own domain, go and buy one. And you can buy your domain from Google Domains, from GoDaddy, from Namecheap, from Crazy Domains, any of those domain sellers, you can go and buy your domain from so that you can have www.yourname.com. And this will basically allow you to turn your TekMatix account into your own system. Nobody will know for using TekMatix. It will all look like it belongs to your domain. Now, there are 2 different types of ways to connect your domain, and I'll explain those in a second. I'm actually going to show you, for the sake of demonstration, how to connect a domain right now, so you can see how the process actually works. So when you are connecting your domain, you're going to go into your main TekMatix account, and down at the very bottom left, there's this little settings option. Click on settings. And inside your settings menu, you then have another option called domains. So you're going to click on that bad boy. And at the moment, you'll have probably nothing if you haven't yet connected your domain. If you haven't had your onboarding call with one of our tech experts yet, this will be empty. I'd like to point out your free onboarding call that you get. One of the tech experts can actually do this with you on your call. However, I'm going to show you how you can do this yourself if you're feeling a bit techie. So I have got a random domain. Anyone else a domain kleptomaniac around here? I just buy them for the fun of it because, you know, I've clearly got too much money. But when you go into whichever domain registrar you've purchased your domain from, you will have a list of all your domains that you own. One of mine is shitastrology.com. TekMatix has clearly done something to me tonight. I'm usually a very professional person. Okay, let's not judge Sarah in any negative ways today. If any of you have ever read any of my shit astrology posts, you'll see why I've had to go and create a domain because they went very viral. So for instance, you may want to create courses under your domain. You may want to just create a blog under your domain. But let's pretend I want to actually do something with this shitastrology.com domain and connect it to my TekMatix account. So once you have gone to your list of domain. This example is in Google Domains, but they're all the same, right? You go to My Products or My Domains, it will list them all there. And next to your domain name, it will say Manage Domain. And then you're going to find something called the DNS settings. Crazy Domains is a bit easier and GoDaddy is a bit easier. It actually has the DNS button right next to the domain, but you're going to go and find DNS settings. Now, when you're inside DNS settings, you will see this complicated, scary looking set of boxes. I'm going to show you what to put in them. So we don't really need to understand what this means or what it does. You just need to know what to do with it. All right. So I'm going to take you back to our domain setting. And what we're going to do is we're going to press add a new domain. Now, there are two types of domain settings that you can have, and I really want to explain them now so that you've got this in your mind before you do anything. There is one type of connecting your domain is called an A record. The other type of domain connection is called a CNAME. What do they mean and what do they do? In simple terms, an A name record means that you are creating your TekMatix account. If we're on an A record here, your TekMatix account is literally your website. So if somebody went to www.yourdomain.com, that website would be entirely your TekMatix account. So if you do not yet have a website, you're probably going to want to create an A record, because that will mean that your TekMatix site is www.yoursite.com and your website's listed there, your courses are there, your everything's all in that one place. If you already have a website, it's already up and running, it's already alive, and you don't want to change and muck around with that or touch it, you're going to create what's called a CNAME. And a CNAME is basically like creating a sub website off of your existing website. So for instance, my main website is sarahcordner.com. I have been operating that on WordPress for years. I don't want to touch that, right? I don't want to do anything with it. I don't want to move it anywhere. I don't want to muck about with any of my pages I've built on it. But I want my TekMatix account to be courses.sarahcordner.com. So when people do come and study my courses and do my training, they will go to courses.sarahcordner.com. It all looks like it's part of one business and it all just feels professional, right? Because it's all got the same domain. So if you don't have a website yet and you want your TekMatix account to be your whole website, create an A record. If you already have a website, you don't want to muck around with that. You just want to create a sub name with your URL for your TekMatix account to sit on so that your courses and your website have the same domain, but none of them are going to muck around with each other. Then you're going to create a CNAME record. Does that sort of make sense? Kind of a Sarah way of explaining it, but it makes sense to me when I explain it that way. So for this particular case, I don't want my TekMatix account to be turned into shitastrology.com, but I may like to have a blog where I can host my blog on my TekMatix account, because here's where it gets even sexier. You can add in this section here multiple domains. So if you're a business kleptomaniac or a website domain kleptomaniac like I, and you actually want to run courses for different businesses from your TekMatix account, or you want to have different websites for different businesses or domains on your one TekMatix account, or you want to have opt-in funnels for different URLs on your one TekMatix account, you can. Oh, how good is that, right? So on this one TekMatix account, my Sarah Cordner TekMatix account, I can have websites and funnels and opt-in forms and everything from that say courses.sarahcordner.com. I can have blog.shitastrology.com and host that there. I could have, blog, courses or something else.com, whatever I want. And I can create all these different funnels that look like they're all being managed on completely different websites, but they're not. They're all being managed from this one place. TekMatix, you're welcome, right? How good is this? So let's pretend that I just want to create a little CNAME so that I can do some blogging of my shit astrology posts from my TekMatix account. So what this is telling us, if I want to create a CNAME record, this little bit of information here is what I need to pay attention to. If I'm going to make my whole TekMatix account my whole website, then this little bit is what I need to pay attention to. So the first thing you have to do in this your own domain is write down the domain or the subdomain that you're about to connect. So let's pretend mine is going to be blog.shitastrology.com. So you can make up whatever this pre-word is, courses.yourwebsite.com, training.yourwebsite.com, academy.yourwebsite.com. You can choose whatever you want that to be. You just make it up and stick it in there for now. Right, so now it's going to say to us, we now have to go to our DNS settings and create a CNAME that points to that thing there. So I'm going to go and copy this here. So copy that. Go on back into your DNS settings for that domain name. And the host name is exactly what you've just put as the sub. So your full domain will show up underneath. It's the sub part you're going to put here. So I put blog. So what you'll see there, it's pre-populated. What we're creating now is blog.shitastrology.com. Now the type is it an A record or is it a CNAME? Now I'm just creating a subdomain, so it's a CNAME. Ignore the TTL, leave it on whatever that is. It means timeout, but ignore it. You don't need to do anything with that. And your domain name will be that you've just copied over from your TekMatix account. Okay, so in host name, you're putting the subdomain. Type is CNAME, TTL, leave it whatever it is. You could change it to any of these if you want, but leave it as the standard setting. And the data is what we've been given in the connection area here. So I'm just going to go back and check that we filled all of that in. We're going to press save. Now, when I first click, see what it's all sort of saying, yeah, we now have that domain. I can now, by the way, go and create as many subdomains for this domain as I want. So like I've got sarahcordner.com, I've got courses.sarahcordner.com, I've got blog.sarahcordner.com. I can create as many of those as I like. I can do exactly the same here as well. Now over in domain settings, we're going to press add. Now this is going to say it's not worked the first time you press it. Okay, so I'm going to press add and let's see how fast it's gone. Oh my gosh, that worked straight away. Woo! All right, so normally the first time you do that, it will say, sorry, it's not working yet. It normally takes a bit longer than that actually to propagate. So if you get an error message come up at that point, don't panic. You just need to leave it anything up to an hour or so for it to propagate at the other side. So I'm really happy that was so fast. Live time right there. If you get that sort of, it's not worked yet, you'll just keep pressing add. So just wait 10 minutes, press add, wait 10 minutes, press add, and eventually it will propagate and you'll get the yay sign that will come up. So now, if I'd already created a funnel, I can now connect that subdomain to any website that I've got that exists, or any funnel page that I've created in here as well. So what will show up here for you will be all of the templates that we've created for you. So if we decided that that was going to be our website, we can select the funnel. I'm not going to do that yet because I haven't created the funnel yet. I'm actually going to create that on this call. So I'm going to just simply press cancel. So now you'll see inside my domains, I have my TekMatix and I have my Shit Astrology. I can now go in and add as many of these as I want from as many different domains as I like. How good is that? So that bit's done. Not too scary, hey? Think we can all manage that. You guys are going to feel like proper techies by the time I'm done with you, I promise. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go in and start creating our thing. So we have now completed step one of connecting our domain or our subdomain. The next thing we're going to do is actually add our free thing to our site. That's the next step I recommend you do. So to do that, we're going to go back to our main menu. We're going to go to sites and courses, and we are going to click on memberships and then products. And this is where we add our courses, our ebooks, our guides, our workbooks, our workshop recordings, our webinar recordings. Basically anything that we're giving away or selling is going to go under this products area. This is like your storage library for all of your content that you're giving away or you're selling. So we're going to go and create a free ebook giveaway. So we're going to press create a product up on the top right hand side, and we're going to press build your own. So we're going to start building our own, and this is going to be called free ebook and I can't remember what it's called, how to use essential oils. How to use essential oils and healing crystals. Told you I was a Jippo. All right. Create product. All right, so now we've pressed create product. We've got our basic section here. Now you will get this error if you haven't yet connected your Stripe account. It's going to say, warning, you need to connect your Stripe account. This is my demo pretend account, so I've not connected my Stripe account to this. But FYI, you would go and do that in settings and then integrations. You can also do it from payments as well, but we're not going to do that today. So now we want to start editing this for our free ebook. Now, this isn't a course, so we're not going to have modules and sections here. We're literally going to have one lesson with our ebook in it. So I'm going to click on what's called blank category right now. And I usually, when it's just an ebook, when it's just one single document, again, if this was like a webinar recording or a workshop recording, it's going to be the same. You're just going to have the title. I make the category the title of the thing. So it would say workshop recording, how to create your Instagram account, for instance, or free ebook, da 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 da. So this, I don't know how many pages it is. This, let's pretend it's 50 pages. I don't even know how many it is. This 50-page ebook will walk you through how to use crystals and essential oils. Oopsie, sending a demo for metaphysical healing. All right, so there we go. Let's pretend that was going to be my little description. Now we set it to published. We can also add our little thumbnail here, and we're going to want that thumbnail to be a picture of our book. So I'm going to press save for the minute just so that we have the product in here. So now we've created our category. We then need to add the lesson. In this case, it's going to be the ebook. So let's click on blank post, which means blank lesson. And the title is going to be download your ebook here, just so that people know that's where they've got to go and get their file. So here is your file section. If this is an ebook that you're giving away, you're going to click on files, you're going to choose your file, and you're going to go and add your ebook right here. So that's going to upload it for you. Of course, it might be a workbook, a worksheet, some kind of guide, some kind of whatever you're giving away. If this was a free webinar or a free workshop, instead of clicking on the add file section, you'd be adding this in the video section. So this is what I would do with my workshops, is if we're doing my live calls or my live trainings once a month, you'll see there now that has added down the bottom. You can add as many files as you like. But if this was a webinar recording, I would just save or download that webinar from Zoom, and I would just chuck the recording in here. So it would become, you know, a free webinar that you're giving away, for instance. In this example, it's going to be a little bit. So now we need our little image. So the cool thing about your TekMatix account is it will tell you what your image sizes need to be. In this case, it's a 1280 by 720. So let's go on into Canva. We're going to type in book cover because I'm doing an ebook giveaway here. Going to click on book cover, and it's going to give us some book cover templates that we can use. So let's pretend I like this one. I'm just doing this for the sake of demonstration, so I'm not going to be getting all graphic designy on you here, guys. I'm going to press the buttons to just make a thing for the sake of showing you how to do stuff. So let's pretend this is the title of my book. Let's call it How to Use Essential Oils. Oh gosh, can't even see what I'm doing here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's change the line spacing. Let's pull that sizing right down so we can actually fit the thing in. Lift it up over here. And try and do this without a mouse. So let's pull that down there. Let's make that your name. Sarah Cordiner. Can't even spell my own name. Sorry, this is tiny, isn't it? How to use essential oils. All right, so I'm just gonna I'm not gonna make this look pretty. I just want to do a little example. So let's pretend I'm really happy with that. Sarah Cordin, she's cool. I haven't spelled my name right. I am going to download this as a JPEG. Press download. Any of you who've been in any of my course training before will know what I'm going to do next. You're going to go to DIYbookcovers.com. diybookcovers.com. It's completely free of charge. There is no cost to this whatsoever. And this is going to allow you to create those sexy looking, oh, jazz domains. Oh, have they lost their website? Don't tell me they've gone under. Oh, no, they haven't. I just spelled it wrong. This is going to allow you to create what's called a mock-up, a really pretty visual of your book cover. So you are going to click on book design, click on 3D mock-ups. Then you are going to choose what kind of mock-up visual you want for your book. So there's single compositions or a mixed composition. So for instance, I like that one there. Let's pretend that's the one we like. You click on the one you like, then you press next, then you upload that JPEG that you've just downloaded from Canva. So press browse, click your little image, click, press upload, give it a little lovely second. And then you're going to press next. I'm just going to double check that's all uploaded. Next. Give it a minute, scroll to the bottom and click on the PNG file. This one's important because the PNG is going to give you a transparent background. Then wait for a moment and it will download over here. My internet is very touchy on my phone. I'm doing another hotel presentation at the moment. A little look around the room. In the hotel room. Always on the go. All right, so that's downloaded. Let me show you what we have just made, my friends. Oh yeah, how sexy is that? Woo! Right, pretty. No graphic designers needed. We can do it all ourselves. So this is where we now have our pretty image. Great. Can you see where we're about to go with this? Now we actually have, where am I going? We have now an image. So I'm going to press select image, upload a new file, choose the file, and there's our sexy book image. Upload. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? And that was me mucking around for 30 seconds. Imagine if you actually put some time into your design here. So give that a minute. So again, considering how slow my internet is, I'm hotspotting from my phone. That is still all very, very quick. So what we now have inside our lesson, we don't need to put a video there. You can if you want. So those of you who really want to take your experience to the next level, you might like to do a video to say, hello, thank you so much for downloading my free thingy on how to do X, Y, and Z. I really hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions, down below is another lesson with my contact details and a link where you can book a paid appointment with me. See where I'm going here? Cool. So we're going to press save. If you don't put anything in the video there, the student won't see that there's a content missing. All right, when I'll show you exactly what this looks like to a student now that we've done this. So you click on the preview button and this will show you what your students are going to see. So have that, let this little load a minute. You have got there, that's the name of your lesson, and there is your file. So boom, if you click on that, that will now download that file. If you added a video, that would also show up right there. But that's what just a plain and simple download file lesson would look like. If you wanted to actually add some text in there, hello, thank you for getting my free thing, click on the files button to the right of your screen and you'll be able to download your free thing. You might like to add some little text like that in there as well, a little bit about what they're going to get. But I mean, by this point, they've already opted in anyway. So now we've added our product, okay? So what we've done now is created, step 2, created the product. Now, there are some other little things to do before we move to step 3. What we want to do now is, you noticed when I did student preview there that it had like the instructor name and things. So if we want to just go and check on that before we do anything else, we're going to click on the details section of this product. And here, this is where you are going to upload your product thumbnail. So I'm going to use the same image here because the lesson thumbnail and the product thumbnail for my situation is going to be the same. But if you wanted your lesson thumbnail to be different from your overall product thumbnail, obviously you would just make 2 different thumbnails inside Canva. So I'm going to upload this product thumbnail. This is the thumbnail that will show up when you share this link on social media and so on. Customization. This is where you put in your instructor profile. So I'm going to put in, instead of instructor, I'm going to put author because this is an ebook. And then I can stick in a photo of my face. I haven't got one on this laptop, but that's where you'd upload a picture of your head. Let's see if I can just pick actually somebody else. I think I've got the whole team on here but me. So I'm going to be Nat's face today. My beautiful Nat. There you go. Cool. So there's our author name, Sarah Cordiner. Still haven't learned how to spell my name after all these years. Title, again, I'm going to put author. And this is where you can put a bio, blah, blah, blah. Sarah's amazing. You should totally buy her stuff at the end. All right, cool. You can upload your logo over here as well if you want to. And your favicon, by the way, those of you who don't know what a favicon is, it's this little tiny icon that you see on the top left-hand side of every internet tab you have. That's what a favicon is. Again, I create those inside Canva. Make sure it's only 32 by 32 when you go and create a custom size. Download it as a PNG with a transparent background, and that will give you these beautiful little favicons. And how cool, this is a product, so every single one of your products can have its own favicon. That's pretty nice too, especially if you're operating on different domains or different business aliases from your account. So if you want to do that, you can add it. If you don't add anything there, it just simply will pull over your main account favicon from your main site. So don't worry too much about the product favicons. Now we've got those basic details in. There are a few other things that we need to do. So next, we are going to do what's called create an offer. Offers, think of offers a bit like creating pricing. So you've created a product. Now you need to kind of create that as like a checkout, if that makes sense. And why can't I see the add an offer? Hang on, what's going on? Why is it
Tap the top.
Offers?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. So thank you, whoever said that. So click on your offers section and you're going to press create an offer. So this is where we're going to add in the name of our product again, because what we're basically doing is we're now creating a price for this product over here. And this is important because when you go on and create automations, workflows, other funnels, bundles, membership, subscriptions, this offer can actually be pulled in to all of those. So we're going to then choose the product. And in this case, it was called the free ebook. So now we're going to match the offer, the product, the price to the product that we've just created. And in this case, it's completely free of charge. So I'm just going to press create. And now the offer exists. Now this feels like you're repeating stuff, I know, but again, it's because your price / checkout for something is always separate from the actual product that that you've created, the content that you've created. So we're going to make sure that we've pressed publish. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to create the next step, which is connecting it to a funnel. So please make sure it's published. You can edit the price at any point. I can't because I haven't connected a Stripe account to this pretend account. But if you had connected a Stripe account, this is where you can go and edit the price. And you actually can choose multiple recurring subscription payments here. You can choose the frequency of those subscription payments and a whole bunch of other payment settings, which obviously I can't show you because this is a pretend account at the moment. We're going to upload the image again for this particular product. So again, I know it feels like it's repetitive, but later on when you get more into TekMatix, you'll see why these are separated and you'll be very excited about this because it allows you to create much more creative and flexible automations, bundles, and all kinds of other stuff later on down the line. Now, if this was, by the way, a bundle, you would add other products here. So let's pretend this was a membership or they're selling 3 courses, or if they bought this ebook, they're going to get another thing for free. You can actually add as many other free things as you like to this. So you could actually say, if you get this free opt-in, I'll also chuck in something else. That's how you've now chucked in the something else with it, which is cool. So I'm going to press save anyway. So we now have a product. So we've done step 1 of creating our domain. We've done step 2 of creating our product. Now in brackets, that also means creating the offer. I'll just put this in the notes here just so that you don't forget that bit. Right, next, you will see when you have any kind of opt-in page, there's an opt-in form. So where somebody's asking for a lead magnet, sorry, what's it called? So your name and your email address in the techie world, that's called a form, even though it's just name, email. So the next thing we need to do is create an opt-in form. So let's go to step 3. And we are going to go to sites and courses and click on forms and then go to form builder. Now we're going to create a new form. And importantly, we are going to name it first. I always recommend that you get used to naming your forms. So we go to options first, and we're going to name our form. So I'm going to call this the free ebook opt-in form. So I'm just going to paste in the product name so that everywhere you go through this funnel, you're going to see that we have named our product with the same title as we've named the offer for that product. We're now going to create the same form name for that product. We're also going to name our funnels in the minute with the same name. This way, you're never going to get yourself into a snake's wedding of a mess of all these different things with all different names, and you don't know what connects to what. So keep this habit of naming everything the same all the time. So I'm going to call this free ebook opt-in. So free ebook dash opt-in dash and then the book name, because you might have heaps of books down the line. So now I know that it's a free ebook. This is an opt-in form, and it's for the opt-in form for this particular ebook. So I'm happy now that I've got the name correct. I'm just going to press save. So we now have that done. Now, because this is an opt-in form for a free thing, we want to keep this, guys, as simple as possible. The more fields you give people to fill in, the more objection you're going to create and the lower your conversion rates will be. So for a free thingy, I always recommend that you have first name, drag and drop, and email, drag and drop. Now, optional is to add a captcha. So you drag and drop the captcha over here, which is the I'm not a robot. And this is because there are spam bots out there that find free forms and then they mass add contacts to it. Sybil and I had a very fun experience where we had something like, I can't remember, was it like 6,000 emails being added every minute or something to our account? And it maxed out our active campaign account at the highest charge they had. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Now, you're not going to have that happen to you in TekMatix because you have unlimited contacts in TekMatix. But Sybil will tell you right now that deleting 5 billion Russian fake email addresses ain't a fun day. So we have the I'm not a robot captcha usually on our free stuff just to avoid the spam bots going in. And then, of course, the final element you need to your opt-in form is the opt-in button. So you drag and drop your button. And when you click on your button, this is where over on the right side, you can edit the button. So you can change it to left aligned, centered here in your justification. You don't want it to say button. You can change this to get the free ebook now. For instance, you can change that to whatever you want. You can change the color to whatever color you want as well. All right, so feel free to play around with the colors. You can put in your own hex codes if you have special branding that you want to work with there. But you can see there now how you can play around with that however you like. Right, now you can also add in images. So I usually on my opt-in form will put an image in the opt-in form itself, but we're going to actually add this form to a landing page. So I'm not going to put an image on this particular opt-in form because you're going to see in a moment how this is actually going to be embedded into a landing page. So because we are going to embed this in a landing page, I'm going to remove the button. I'm also, just for the sake of this demonstration, going to remove the captcha as well, all right? Because I want you to see how this little bit here is what's going to show on our funnel landing page or opt-in page we're going to create. And we don't want anything else on there because our button's going to be inside the page itself. So right now, for now, I'm just going to keep that exactly as it is. And I'm just going to press save form. Now, by the way, just as a side note, underneath the options here is where you can actually decide what happens after somebody fills in that form. But because we're not putting a button on this, we're not going to touch this at all, because we're going to get the button on our landing page to make fire actions happen. But for now, we're just going to leave it completely as that. If I was going to go and share this form anywhere, I'd click on integrate on the bottom right, and I can get the URL to go and just share it with anyone, or I can embed it as well. But again, we don't need to do that this stage, because we're going to use this form internally on a landing page. So we've now created a simple opt-in form of first name and email. So let's go back to our steps here. We've created our opt-in form. Done. Now we're going to go and create our opt-in page. Da, 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 da. So you're going to go to your main dashboard. You're going to click on sites and courses, and you're going to click on funnels, because inside your TekMatix account, you have a bunch of pre-built templates already made for you. So you can build your own completely from scratch by clicking on a new funnel, or you can go and play around with one of the templates that we've made for you. Here's another habit, put in star next to this, habit to self. Always clone your template before you use it. That way, you're always going to have a master template in here, and you are going to clone a copy of it for playing with for your next funnel you create, because then you're always going to have that original template that we made for you in here to reuse and reuse and reuse again. So inside the lead magnet and funnel landing page folder, there's a whole bunch of little funnels that you can muck about with. So let's pick one. I think I've got one called an ebook. Here we go. So here's one for an ebook. So what I'm going to do is, let's say I want to use that one. I'm going to click on the three little dots on the right hand side and press clone. And I'm going to give this a new name. Guess what I'm going to name it? The same as I've named the product, the same as I've named the form, the same as I've named the offer, so that we all have everything the same. So this is going to be called free ebook. It's going to be called funnel or landing page, whatever word you prefer. You might call it sale landing page or opt-in page, whatever language you like to use so that you know what you're talking about. But this, I'm going to call it my opt-in page. And where is it going to live? Now, you may not have this because I'm an agency level account. You may simply have just the only thing that will show here is your TekMatix account. All right. Because I own multiple accounts, it's giving me the option of which one my TekMatix account do I want this to live on. But we're just going to press clone funnel. Boom. And it will, by the way, not save here. You have to go back to funnels, and it will be on your main funnels dashboard. So there it is. So we've gone to sites and courses, back to funnels. There is the cloned template we've just created. So we're going to click on it, and it's going to take us to our funnel building area. Now, if you want to actually have a little look at this before you use it, here in this little square with an arrow is the preview button. So we're going to click on that, and it will actually show you what this template looks like. So you might look at this and go, oh, that's probably more than I need. It's not exactly the template I'm looking for. Not really interested. But I'm going to just muck around with this one for the sake of demonstrations today. So let's go and edit this page. So I'm going to press edit, and let's make this ready for someone to opt into. So come on, let's do some edit here. So every single part of this is completely customizable. The fonts, the colors, the background image, the style, the layout, the design, absolutely everything is completely and utterly customizable. The first thing I'm going to remove is the checkout, because this isn't a paid product, it's a free product. So you hover over it, there's a tiny little delete button on the top right-hand corner. Going to delete that bad boy and get rid of it. Going to delete that and get rid of it. Going to delete that and get rid of it, because basically this is just a template. We don't need all the elements on here. We want to, for a free thing, make our opt-in page really as simple as possible. So there's a little image box here where I've put my logo. If you want to change that to your logo, simply click on that box, and over on the right-hand side, scroll down, and you'll see this little image box right here. Click on that. And this is where you can replace that image with anything of your own. So let's pretend I want to replace it with my TekMatix logo. Boom, you'll see there now it's changed to my TekMatix logo. If I wanted to change it back to my Sarah Cordiner logo, click on that box, go to the image, and again, you can change it to whatever you want. Now you can change the size of that by mucking around with this section here. You can change the height by mucking around with that section here. You can't break stuff, right? Here you have an undo button. So if you do something you absolutely hate, you can press undo. The other cool thing is you have versions up here. So if I save this and I decide I wanted to revert it or restore it back to whatever I had it at before I messed it up, go to versions, and you can actually then restore a previous version as well. So please don't freak out if you're playing around with this. It's all good. So I've put in here the XYZ expert. So I might put, you know, the essential oils expert, best gypsy in the world. Now, this is where I would put everything, you know, discover everything you need to know about essential oils, for instance. Change it to whatever you like. And of course, you don't have to use my template. You might go, oh, that font's way too big for me. Hover over it. Over on this side here, this is where you can change the colors of that font. It's where you can change the type of the font. It's where you can choose the size of the font, right? So I can make it much smaller. That's just like way too big for me. I don't want it that big. The other cool thing you can do, by the way, let's change this to mobile view. You can see what this will look like on mobile. On mobile, that looks way too big. So here's the mobile font size. So on mobile, I can completely change the layout and it won't muck about with what I got it set as for desktop. How cool is that? All right, so you're going to make it nice and mobile responsive. She's beautiful. All right, now instead of this dummy image I've put here, we're going to want to put a picture of our sexy new book we've just created. So now I'm going to upload my book. So if you want to, I've got that, here's that book I just downloaded from DIY Books, drag and drop. It will just simply start uploading on the bottom right-hand side. Give it a minute to upload. And boom, there she be. So now it will replace that image there with the new one we just created. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. Again, if I wanted to change the size of this image, you just click here and you can see now, look, it's gone so small, you can barely even see it. Oh no, where's it gone? It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just gone small. Hold your mouse down over the little arrow and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is how you can play around with that size until it's the size that you want it to be. So you can just keep going. And like, if I'm looking at that now, that's almost 300. I want it to twice the size of that. I'm going to change it to 500. Yeah. So you can type in the numbers. If you want it to be twice as big, double the number, right? So there you go. Boom. I've now got my titles here. Let's say, look, for instance, that TekMatix logo and that subtitle are really close together. I don't like it. So what you can do is click on this section here. Over on the left-hand side, you've got something called padding and margins. So margins here move and separate things from each other. Create that spacing. Whoop, whoop. You can have a little look, see what it does. So now I've got a bit of space between that bit and that bit. Maybe I want the space to be above that main heading. So I click on that box and I can do margin. See how I can space it all out to however I want it to be. So go around and do that. Then, you know, you can just go through and change this however you want. I might want to remove that image completely. And here, I might want to stick my opt-in box. So I'm going to press add an element. And this set of elements will come up on the right-hand side. And you will notice that one of the elements we can add is a form. Guess what we've already created? A form. So we're going to press this drop down arrow and we're clever little bunnies, weren't we? And we named our form with the thing we have the opt-in for. So this is why getting really, really, dare I word it, anal with your naming conventions. You're going to thank yourself later when you've got a million different products in here. Yeah. All right. So this here, there is my opt-in box. So I want to move that. Maybe I'm like, oh, I don't like it there. I want it underneath the book. But just drag and drop it and move it. All right, drag and drop, move it to where you want it to be. So I can now play around with this by, oh, it's giving me the submit form there, button there for some reason. So I have to go back and play with that button, the submit button. So there we go. We've now, let's say we're really happy with that. We can obviously put in some information about our book. We might put in, some of the key things we're going to teach in that. But this button here, this is where we're going to want to make some changes as well. Actually, we're going to get rid of that button as well because we've just got the form going on up here. So boom. And down here, this is where you can change your own copyright. So 2022, Sarah Cordner, or whatever you want to change it to, your business name. You can change this font, you can change this background, you can click on that area there, look. I could change that color to a nice green. Ooh. Right. I can change that text color to, I know, black, so it can be seen a bit better. So you can do whatever you want with how this stuff is laid out. Now I'm going to have to go back to that form and make a change with the submit button in a second, but let's pretend I'm happy with that and that's what I want it to be. Now, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is to change the SEO data for this page. When your page pops up on Google, there are some things that people are going to see in the Google search results. So what are you going to call it? Oh yeah, free ebook and what it's called. Little description. So again, this is what is going to be Google search crawlable. I put in a good paragraph here. This free ebook that has 50 tips on how to use oils and crystals together for metaphysical healing. All right, blah, blah, blah. Put in all your keywords, basically in a couple of sentences. Keywords, again, you're going to want to put oils, essential oils, crystals, healing, right? Whatever words people are going to use. Oh, sorry, for some reason, my mouse button isn't working. I'm going way too fast for it. So pop in all of your keywords with commas, separating them all. The author, that's going to be your name or your business name that you want shown. And this is where you put the thumbnail that's going to come up on the metadata on Google as well. So I'm just going to re-upload again that image. See here, this is the preview of what this will look like in Google. All right, so that's really what you're wanting people to see when they're in Google. So you're going to update the metadata. So now you've really helped increase your Google ranking and your SEO metadata. All right, save. Now I'm going to go back to our funnels area. Ooh, hang on. All right, let's give it a moment to save. It's still loading. Now it's saved. Now I can go back. Ooh. There's a couple of things we can do here with that form. So one thing we can do is we can go back to the form and we can change the action to then go and trigger something. Or we can make the form pop up separately. So I'm going to show you how to actually do a little pop-up, little techie trick for you here. You may go, do you know what, that form there makes the page look ugly. I want a button with a pop-up. So I'm going to just go back to our forms for a minute. I'm going to go back to the form builder and I'm just going to tweak that button a second. So I'm going to go back to search forms, type in free ebook. I'm going to edit that form that just come up. And just going to play with that button. Oops, over here. Really hard not using the mouse. Drag and drop the button, center. That's going to say, get the free ebook. I'm going to leave the colors as it is for now. I'm going to go to options. What happens on submit? We want to open a URL and in the minute, we're going to have a thank you page, all right? Inside this URL section, we're going to put the URL to the thank you page in our funnel. What this means is when somebody fills this form in, once they press submit, they're going to be sent to the thank you page. So we're not going to fill that in yet because we haven't created the thank you page and nor have we connected our domain yet. I wanted to change that button there just for a moment. So I'm going to go back to the funnel we've just created because I want to show you how you can remove the form from being embedded in the page. So there's our opt-in funnel we've just created. And I want to show you how you can actually create a pop-up with that form so it looks a bit nicer. Oh, actually, I want to add, sorry, I'm going to be fun here because I'm going to show you if we're going to do a pop-up, we do want to add an image to it. Sorry. I'm going too fast for my computer as always. I'm going to go back to my form and I'm just going to scroll down fields and I'm going to find image. I'm going to drag and drop, boom. And I'm going to choose a file I'm going to upload that image that we've got for our book because we're going to make this a pop-up form from our page. We're also going to add some text because this is not going to show up in the page anymore because I want to show you a different way of doing it for those who like a pop-up. Over on the right-hand side, I'm going to type in, enter your best details below, or your best email below. Email below to get the free ebook. Boom. Okay, and I can't see my save button. Okay, it's automatically done it. That's good. Nice. Again, I can change that font. I can center it. I can make it a different size. I can make it a different thickness. So the weight is whether it's bold or bolder or less bolder. All right. So you do all sorts with that font. I'm not going to muck around with the styles just for the moment. I'm going to press save form so that we can make this. I'm going to show you what this looks like if it's a pop-up. So I'm going to go back to my funnels. I'm going to go back to the free opt-in page we've just created. I'm going to press edit. So I'm just showing you two options right now, by the way, just so you're aware of what I'm doing here. I'm not, some people like the opt-in form on the page, like it was, and some people like it to completely pop up. So I'm going to delete this form now to show you how to make it a pop-up if you prefer. So underneath the image, we're going to press add, and we're going to add a button, and we're going to click on the button. First of all, change the color to whatever color you want it to be. So, let's pretend we like that color. Scroll down, and you'll see click to sign up. You're going to change that to get the free ebook, for instance. Again, you can change the font colors, all this kind of stuff here. Now, this bit is important. Button actions. What do you want to happen when someone clicks that button? If we want to do a pop-up, we're going to click on open a pop-up. Yeah. And we can then click up here where it says pop-up. It has a little red exclamation mark on it to draw your attention to it. This is where you will say, what do you want the pop-up to be? We're just going to add a column, and we're going to add an element. We're going to add a form. What form is it? The free ebook form we just created. And boom, that will now pop up as a separate form. So that's another way that you can create the opt-in here, which is pretty exciting. So if you like that method, you can press save. And just to show you again what that looks like if you do it that way instead, let's press back. I'll show you the preview. This just can be a cleaner way of doing it, having it as a pop-up. Marketers do say that having the pop-up opt-in does increase conversions because there's no other distractions on the page. So if I just go to this little preview button again, let's show you what it looks like to the viewer. There's our little information page. We've now just got a button there rather than the form showing. And if I click on that, come on, internet. So you've not added a favicon there, so it doesn't show any favicon at all. Okay, that's supposed to work. Why is it not working? Have I just not given it enough time or something? Come on. Did it even save? Let's double check. This is why you should always do your preview every single time. Always do your previews and run through it. I'm just going to check whether that actually saved before I came out of it. See, it's got an exclamation mark on it still. So that's still showing that it's working. Show, open pop-up settings. Nat, can you see if I'm doing anything wrong here? Because it seems to be right from where I am.
Yeah, can you please go back to your button on the landing page, please?
Yeah.
Just maybe close the pop-up. Scroll down to that button.
Open pop-up. So it's
yep. Sorry, I think it's delayed. Yeah, click on the pop-up, please. I think it is disabled, so that's why it won't show up. Just click on that one, and then let's see. Scroll down in the left dashboard, please. Yeah, it
Load it.
says disabled pop-up, so please toggle it off.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, there we go. So guys, I don't know if you can see this because it's quite small. It says disable pop-up. That's turned on. The disabling is turned on. So you're going to want to turn that off. So now if I go back to save, thank you, Nat, for that. This is why Nat's the head tech expert. Right now, if I go to preview this, I'm going to press preview up here. Now it should work. So let's scroll down, get the free ebook, boom. There we go. So you see here, because it's a pop-up, it doesn't mess up or clutter up the main landing page. And now there's no other distractions. So it's going to be super, super easy for me to put in my contact details in here. Now at the moment, not much is going to happen because we still haven't connected a product to this, right? So it's just going to do nothing at this point in time. So let's close that. Now, the next thing we need to do, so over here, we've basically created the opt-in page. The next thing we're going to do is create thank you page. So let's just go back. And what you'll see inside this funnel that we've got as a template, there are a number of steps you can create. You can add as many steps to your funnel as you want. So you might have your free opt-in. You may then have it immediately go to a sales page for a paid course. You may have it upsell to something else, right? So as an example, in this funnel we've created, we've got what's called an OTO page. Marketer spiel, this means a one-time offer. A one-time offer. So this might be where, for instance, they've opted into your free thing, and now this page will automatically pop up and it will say, how about you come and get my whole course on essential oils and crystals, right? We are just, in this case, we're not going to have any opt-ins. So I'm just going to completely delete that page. And say, are you sure? We're going to say yes, because remember, we were clever and we cloned our template before. So we still have the original clone. We still have the original template. So don't worry about deleting it. So the next thing we have is what's called our thank you page. And this is where it will say, thank you so much for opting in. Here's some other stuff you might be interested in. All right. So I'm just going to go to edit on here, and I'm going to make this really simple for people, but let's just come on, go edit page. Slowly. I've just realized I've gone way over time. Now I think you might have to record your demo for the calendars and upload it tomorrow. It's I've gone way over
sure.
time with this demo. So this will say, for instance, order complete. So I might just change that to congratulations. I'm not going to spell this properly. And then here I'll just put please check your emails, for instance. You get the point. Check your emails. And then, you might want to put some text in here. You might not, right? Sometimes I just put in, make sure you check your spam. Please check spam. And email me on xxx@xxxxx.com if you cannot find your thing in your inbox. I always just put that usually on the thank you page. You're not going to need a review of your purchases because this was a free thing we created. You're not going to need your receipt boxes because it's a free thing we created. So you can just click on all of these and press delete, delete, delete. Now, what we also have on this template is what's called an offer wall. This is where you could basically list other stuff that they might be interested in. So maybe you've got a booking call with you, maybe you've got a paid course, maybe your coaching program, maybe you've got another book that they can actually buy. This is where you might link all of the other products that you have for sale. If not, just delete them. And you've got yourself basically a simple thank you page. Again, you're going to want to put your metadata in here, thank you page, just call it thank you page for now. And you can make sure that this is hidden and doesn't get indexed. Okay, so I'm just going to press update media for the time being. And we are going to press save. And then we're going to press back. All right. So we've created our little funnel. So our funnel in this stage in this example is an opt-in and then a thank you page. Now we want to connect the product to the funnel. So we are going to go to our TekMatix account, click on sites and courses, click on funnels. We're going to click on the page, the opt-in page for the thing. And over here, we're going to click on products. So what we're now saying is this particular page needs to be connected to a particular product. So we're going to press add a product. Guess what it's called? The free thing that you created. Oh, where is it? There it is. Let's grab it from down here. Ooh, this list is empty. Did we not press publish on it? Maybe I didn't press, I'm sure I pressed publish. Didn't I? Pretty sure I did. Let's go sites and courses. Nat, jump in if you see me make a mistake here.
Yeah, let's check.
Product. Yeah, I'm just going to check the product. So we're going to make sure that both the product is published and the offer is published. If the product and the offer, or one or the other, is not published, it ain't going to work. So we've got that published there, that published there. Details. That's all fine. Okay. And our offer. That is also looking published, but let's just click on it and check. It's also published. So that looks like it's all good to me. Correct?
Yep.
Maybe
Well,
it's, is it because I don't have any, it won't be because I haven't got anything connected, is it? And any Stripe connected. That's odd.
Yeah,
okay.
and we don't have the custom domains yet. So that's why.
Yeah. So we can't add the product until we've connected the domain first. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. So in that case, we're going to go over to publishing over here. And we're first going to change the name of this particular page to, oh, no, I can't paste it in. Free ebook. So again, let's just name all of our pages. Okay, this is called opt-in page over here. How to use essential oils. So just keep naming everything. And this is where you can choose the path of your URL. So we are going to remember, we're going to connect your, mine's, let's pretend I'm using the blog.shitastrology.com/free ebook or free oils book. This is where basically before this bit, it will be, courses.yourwebsite.com, whatever you set your subdomain as at the beginning of this tutorial. And then the path is / whatever you've decided to create. So make sure it relates to that product that you are offering. So now you've got that looking all tidy. Into your offer wall here, let's go back to publishing here. You might want to call this thank you page for free ebook. And again, this would be your subdomain.com / thank you ebook or thank you oils ebook if you're going to have lots of them. So you can just see here now how we're starting to tidy up all of our settings. I'm just going to see if it's working now. No, it's still not showing up there for some reason. I'm wondering if it's because I don't have my Stripe account connected now, even though it's a free product. Would that be why?
No, it's because you don't have domain yet, like linked into your courses. That's why we can't.
Okay, cool. So now we need to go back to our domain and actually connect it to that funnel. So remember when we first connected our domain, it said what funnel do we want to actually connect it to? So we're going to go back to settings, click on domains, and let's pretend I'm going to use this domain for that particular funnel. I'm going to press edit.
You can you actually need to link the domain from the sites and courses.
Oh, cool. You can do it from there as well. Now, do you want to just take over screen to show us that bit?
Yeah, for sure.
I've done it from the domain end.
Okay.
Approve,
I requested access. Okay, let's go to sites and courses. Yeah, we're currently in. I'll click on settings.
So by the way, can you just go to that Google Doc that's right above where you are now, just to show everyone what step we're doing for the moment, just to show everyone where we are in the process? Yeah. So what we're doing now is we are connecting the domain. We're doing step 6, connect the domain or the subdomain to the funnel. So we're on step 6 now, okay?
Yeah. So do you have the Google domain? Okay, so let's go back to membership.
Yeah, so if you do the subdomain I created, call it blog.shitastrology.com.
Okay, got it. So we actually need to link to domains for your courses and your landing pages. So let me just manage custom records. Create new record. It's actually just a CNAME, but it is linked to a different server. So this is a server that we need to link your domain into. Just go back. So this one for the CNAME and the above digits for the A record. So let me
And
just
by the way,
copy
the
this.
reason why this is different, everyone, is because your domain for your courses, your subdomain for your courses is different to your subdomain for your website. So again, remember, we've got a learning management system and we've got a website. Normally in any other system, you're going to have one domain, but because you are in an all-in-one system, you need one subdomain for your website, one subdomain for your courses, because they're in different sections.
Yeah, so I just did courses.
Yeah, courses.shitastrology.com.
Let me just copy this. So I won't type in. Okay, so
this was done inside memberships and courses.
Yep, it's the same. So yeah, it's already added.
So by the way, can we just show everyone just where that was? We went to memberships and courses and then
settings and custom domain. Yep.
Yeah. So when we went to our main site domains earlier, when we went to settings and then domains, that was for our site. This bit here is the subdomain for our courses. Cool. Are you still in control there? I'm happy for you to.
Oh yeah. Sorry for that. So should you would you like to continue?
Yeah, so just want to now show us how we connect that page we've just created to this domain so that that our funnel has that nice URL and where everyone finds their URLs from. So we've got that free ebook. So it was down on that main page already. Just go to funnels. It's not in that one. It was in the main.
Oh, sorry for that. Yeah. Just go back. My screen
in funnels. Yeah, it wasn't in that delay. Yeah, right on the front page. Yeah, that one there. So now we go to products, add a product. It should now show, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not because I don't have a Stripe account connected to this pretend demo account?
Not quite sure though. Let me just see if, yep. No option for this. Or is it because we need to link a product that's actually created in here that is linked to your membership? That's how we did your, okay, sorry for that. Let me hop onto the integrations and actually,
yeah. Is it because we're using a fake demo account?
No. A checkout for the direct courses and the checkout for your landing pages is quite different. So I'm trying to see where I can go to payments in here. I think I can't find it. No. Okay, got it. So we need to create a product outside. So this is where you can, and we need to link that specific courses that we have. So this will be quick. Let me just hop on. And then let's just do can you type in it again, like the title?
So even though it's a free lead magnet, we still have to do this as you would with the paid course.
Yeah, for if you're doing landing pages.
Right. Okay. So I've just learned something new here because I didn't realize you had to do that for a free product. Okay. So we need to add a new step in there. All right. So that's going to be a digital file product type. I'm going to add that.
And in the additional option, this is where you can take membership offer. I just remembered about it.
And there it is.
Yeah, here. Okay. So you got your free ebook in here, and maybe I'll just copy. Yep. Just copy this. Can you actually do it in your end, please?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
So what we're doing here, guys, is even with a free product, you actually have to create a product in your product section as well. So we will pop that in step 3, create a product inside your payments area and then products, even though it is free. I did not know you had to do that for a free product too. All right, so let me go back to where we were. So you've gone into payments. We've gone
Yeah,
into
please save this
products.
one first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've created the product name. And basically this is connecting it to Stripe, which is why I didn't realize you had to do this for a free product as well, but looks like you do. Seems a bit too over the top. What kind of product is it? It's a digital good because this is a free ebook that we're giving away. Statement descriptor. So this is obviously if someone's paying for this, they're not, so you can leave it blank. What's the name of the product? Again, this is usually only applies to a paid product, but again, it's just going to be free ebook. Copy, paste. It's $0. It's one time, zero payment. Price description is going to be nothing because it's not a paid product. And then membership offer. The word membership inside TekMatix means course or product. So basically membership offer means, are you going to give them access to a thing when they buy this product, even if it's a free product? Yes, we are going to give them access to a thing. And then it will say, what thing do you want to give them access to? And in this case, we've dropped down and now it's pulling up that product. So now we're going to press create this product. So why is it going to be more than zero if it's a free product? That's not right. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's why I didn't think you had to do this for a free thing. How bizarre.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not allowed to create the product.
Okay, we have a major malfunction going on here. Yay for live demos. Okay, so can we just do the free, embed the free offer form into the landing page now so you can show people how they can still give the free thing away?
Yeah. Okay.
Do
Let
that
me just go
instead.
Okay, got it. So instead of having that, let me just get the sites and courses. Let me go to the actual course product. So I'll just get the checkout that we have on your course. Yeah. So I'll just go here and then, yeah, click on this. So this is the checkout. So this is the checkout that we have. You can actually find it on offer.
Offers. Yeah.
And click on the offer that you have and click on get linked. So this is basically your checkout. So what we need to do is go back to your sites or landing page and then click on this
and make
and
that
link the action for the pop-up with the checkout for the product.
Yeah.
Or actually put a button on the thank you page. What do you prefer? It could be like, after they filled in the form on the pop-up. For example, so this one is currently linked to your thank you page, but you can actually put the direct URL for the checkout in here once they submit. But since we have the thank you page set up, maybe we can just put a button in the thank you page that says you can opt into your free course here. Do you like to do that, or just like do it here?
I mean, just maybe keep it on this page for now, just so we can show everyone how people get the free.
Yeah. Okay, so direct action for this one would be go to website URL. Click on this and then put in the link for your checkout. I'll just paste it here. Yep. Okay, so that's it.
Cool. And open in a new tab.
Yep. Let me just wait for it to load. Preview. At activate preview. Let me just yeah, this one is a preview. And this one is a preview too. So let me just get the actual link so we can just like get the stuff like working.
Update those instructions too.
Let me just
There we go. Right. This is where we choose our domain.
Save. And after that, I'll just get this link so we can do a run through. So I'll just copy this and then paste it here. Paste.
Great.
And let's just wait for it to load.
So now if you can see on the top of that URL, and it's very small for you guys, now it says blog.shitastrology.com/free oils book. So now we've connected our subdomain, and inside the funnel builder where we created the path URL, now we've got this. So I can just put in my name. Yours, yeah.
So
get the free ebook, and now it will open the offer page where once Nat logs into there, oh, we should have made it sticky contact as well, hey?
Yeah.
Now it will open the actual courses login area. So this is now the login area for that student to access your courses area. Now you really want them to go through this step, because if you have other courses or other products, they can actually see what other courses and products you have available for sale. So this free opt-in is actually going to take them basically to your directory of all of your courses that you have available. So it's well worth it. Click a submit there. And now it will take Nat into her course area, view dashboard. Boom. So this will now show Nat her your learner dashboard with all of your courses that are available. So there we go. And remember, we actually added that free 5-day course as well. She's now been auto given access to both of them. So I'm just going to tweak that little instruction there, Nat. So instead of creating the product, no, I didn't think we had to do that for a paid product. We will simply create the product, and then from creating the product, we created the offer, and then we get the link to the offer. So let me just show you guys again, because I'm changing the instructions here. Inside our memberships, remember in our first step, second step, we created our product. Then, which was actually uploading our ebook. From there, we went to offers and we created an offer, which is here where we created the free thing. So let's go back into that. What Nat did was press get link. So this is the link to that particular ebook that we created. Then from there, so I'll update this here. We got the link to the offer. So that is inside courses. Then she went to the actual product or offers. Then get link. Then we went to create the funnel. We simply added the link to the product from step 3 to the opt-in button on the form. That makes sense? Cool. So we've got our little link there. From there, we went to the opt-in button on the form. So again, I'll just quickly demo that. Go back to your funnels, find your funnel. Click on your page. Everything else was the same with adding your button, creating the pop-up that went in that button. So it went to open pop-up, boom, pop-up. And then down here, it was what happens when that pop-up is clicked. So you click on that button there. Over on the bottom left-hand side, you go to button actions, and they're going to be sent to a website URL when they click that button. And the website URL is the link to that particular free product you just created. That makes sense? You've pasted that link from step 3 into that button on the form. Then Nat went and just connected the subdomain to the funnel. And then we publish the funnel. So press save, go back. So she changed the subdomain by going back to the main funnel overview. So I'm just trying to let my laptop catch up with me. So here in that main funnel overview, so we're looking now at this step, step number 7, connecting the domain to the funnel. You go back to this page here and click on settings. And it's there that you then press under domain drop down, and it will give you the subdomains that you created in step 1. So if that's the one we wanted to connect this particular to, and again, we can change the path. We might call this Free Oils ebook. We can add favicons, chat widgets, all that kind of stuff. Just press save. And you'll see now up here, you've got this little preview button for the whole funnel. Point. That should now take you to the URL to that funnel, which in this case was blog.shitastrology.com/free oils ebook. Boom. That is now the link that I would go and share with the world to give people my free thing. They'll click on that button, they'll get the pop-up, they'll click on, obviously put in their details. They press get the free book, and that button redirects to the membership area. Oh, I should have pressed sticky contact again. I'll talk about that another day. And again, this is where they'll put in their contact details and submit, and that will now take them into your courses area. Ta-da! And I should have received a couple of emails as well. Let's just double check that. Saying welcome to your course. Oh, I haven't got those emails on my phone, so not mine, I haven't. So now there are other steps to take with creating custom emails that go on behind the scenes, but we've gone way over time. Creating custom emails to welcome them. You can create automated email workflows to check in with them, upsell to them later, and heaps of other fun stuff. So if I press view dashboard, obviously it's going to take me into my little memberships area here. But as a bit of an overview, sorry about the detour of the mistake we made there. I have updated the little checklist that will go up on our help form tomorrow. This is exactly the steps that you would follow. And obviously you can go back and watch through this demo. Again, as you need, we will be creating lots more shorter demo videos on each of these steps on their own, so that you can kind of do these in smaller steps. And I do want you to know, you guys all have completely free access to the TekMatix training course. If you go to tekmatix.com/learn, so tekmatix.com/learn. This will take you to our completely free TekMatix training course, which will walk you through how to set up your account, how to create fun, how to use basically everything. Oh, it's got to be www. Well done, Sarah. www. That might help. .com/learn. And it will take you to the memberships area. So just pop in your email address and your name, press submit, and you'll have full access to that training course. Myself and the team are adding to it constantly. So do go in. There's at least 30 plus training videos in there already for teaching you how to use your TekMatix account. Sybil, if you could just take note of all of the questions in the chat before we do hang up today, because anything that we haven't answered in this call, we are going to do demo videos on over the next few days, just to make sure that there's nothing left unanswered from each of these tech sessions. I am just going to very, very quickly scroll through just to make sure there's nothing that desperately needs to be answered right now. Glad you think that the name was funny, so I looked at all of these. Like how to set up phone numbers, that will definitely be training that will come later down the line. See that Sybil's answering all of them. You're loving TekMatix, yay. Helen says, do you have to use a subdomain? You can use your own subdomain. If you'd rather use one of our subdomains, let us know. I.e., if you want to just have helen.tekmatix.com, we can create that for you. Did you want to speak, Helen?
Sorry, yeah. What I was thinking of, I've got my website all set up, but if I wanted to use some TekMatix pages, so if I wanted to have like my courses on Taste of Spanish /courses. So it's still on my main domain, but it's /courses, got a different permalink.
You could just set a redirect inside that WordPress account to your TekMatix page.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
thank you.
that would be really easy. Yeah, without causing any complications. Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. Was there any other urgent questions that people desperately want answered right now? Because what we are going to do is we're going to copy paste this thread and answer any unanswered questions. For instance, Dave says the main URL is linked to Thinkific. If we change the A record on TekMatix, will our Thinkific site disappear? Your Thinkific site won't disappear, but it will no longer redirect people to your Thinkific site. So essentially, any URLs you've got pointing people to your Thinkific site, they'll be rerouted to your TekMatix account instead. So it basically will stop a pathway going to your Thinkific account, if that makes sense. So you may want to think about that before you change A name records. Changing A names is a big deal, but C names, no problem at all. We're tight on time to experiment. Should we wait until early November to set up the tech account and book onboarding calls? Can I have 1% of your energy? There's not much of it left at the moment. So guys, look, we have 6 full-time tech experts that are currently working. They're all running demo call, setup calls, onboarding calls and everything right now. So if you want to get your site set up and get things working, I'd recommend you do it sooner rather than later, because we reckon that a huge influx of people are going to come in the second half, or in December, basically, because on the 31st of December, the beta pricing is going to be cancelled. You guys get to keep beta pricing for life if you don't cancel your account, but the full public pricing rates will take effect from the 1st of January. So we are anticipating there'll be a big influx of people in December, all those people that want to get the beta pricing before it's over. So at that point, we're anticipating the girls' calendars are going to fill up quite dramatically. So I would recommend you get your onboarding call in sooner rather than later, before that influx of people comes in, because our marketing is, by the way, going to ramp up. We haven't done any yet. So we will also be getting a lot more people coming in from marketing that we haven't done. Okay. Any other urgent questions anyone wanted to ask? Has this been sort of helpful at this stage? I know we had a little bit of a live demo error there, but yeah, it happens. Everyone's just going, oh. It will get easier. So remember, one of the hardest parts about an all-in-one platform is there are so many cogs. There are so many more pieces than just having one of them, but you will get your head around it. These little workflows, these steps and stages are being continued to be creative in the help section. I also am every single day updating the TekMatix course. So do make sure you're in there and check it regularly, because for instance, like that little workflow we've just created will go with a new fresh video that's been recorded just for the course with that little workflow, for instance. So just keep an eye on all of that. Helen needs coffee. Yes, I feel like I need a glass of wine. It's 8:30 in the evening. And I've been going since 4. Sybil, I'm jealous. I've been going since 4 a.m. So yeah, it's wine time for me for sure. Thank you all so much. One of the things I've just adored is how gracious you guys have all been. I know that I've been very open and frank about how beta this is, to the point, as you've just seen, some of us are still figuring out some of the bits. It's constantly being developed 24 hours. So just when I think I figured something out, it changes because we've updated something. We will keep you up to date with any updates and changes as well. But of course, they change, just making it better and easier, and the flows better and easier as we go. You will learn it, and we're all in it together, because we're all still sort of learning all of it too. If that makes you feel better or worse, I don't know. But you know, this is the training program is really starting to come together now, and it's been wonderful just having you guys jump on board so early as the first adopters. And you're going to get the bragging rights for the rest of time that you were the first ever TekMatix users. And of course, it's going to go gangbusters. If you haven't signed up as an affiliate yet, please make sure you do. affiliates.tekmatix.com. You earn 20% monthly recurring commission on every person you recommend for the lifetime of their membership. So the more people you recommend, the more your monthly income increases. And of course, as I can attest to having been a Thinkific and all the other affiliates for years, that racks up to thousands of dollars a month if you keep recommending. You have full permission as affiliate. This is being recorded. You have full permission to scour the TekMatix YouTube channel and copy every training video in your own way. And you can then put it on your own social media channels and you put your own affiliate link. So you can go, here's a training on this amazing tool, come and sign up with my affiliate link. That's how you start earning as an affiliate. You can go to our help articles section and you can copy and paste our help articles onto your own blog and fill it with your own affiliate link to TekMatix. This again is how you earn affiliate incomes. You being successful as an affiliate only helps us. So you are free to either create a TekMatix course inside your account by embedding all of my YouTube training videos into your course directly, or you can just copy my YouTube videos and refilm them as your own. I have no problem with you reproducing, reusing, recycling any of the content we create at TekMatix for you to then use as an affiliate and pump it with your affiliate links to earn money. We are totally okay with that. My success is your success and vice versa, so go nuts. You will see that some of the affiliates have already started going out there and they're really starting to lay those roots down to say, I am the biggest affiliate of TekMatix, or I'm one of the founding affiliates, I'm one of the founding members. This is going to potentially make you a super affiliate as time goes by. And you're going to be, you know, so far up there as a known expert in this software that, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the line, I'm 7 years down the line into promoting Thinkific. That's bringing me in 5 figures a month just from that alone. So, you know, where could you be in 5 years as a TekMatix affiliate if you just go for it, right? Share what you're learning as you're learning it, and you'll be amazed at how those numbers do add up for you. So go for it. Will there be a leaderboard? Oh, I love that idea. That's a wicked idea.
We have badges as well.
Oh, t-shirt. I reckon we should do a like affiliate of the year or something like that. Right, you're going to get special presents. We're going to Sybil order merch immediately. Lambo. We're going to start getting click funnels around here. People are going to be ordering Teslas.
Lambo. Who wants the Lambo? Right. Ricky, of course, Ricky. I'll raise ya.
Love it. So good. All right, as usual, if you've got any more questions, send them to TekMatix support at tekmatix.com and or drop them in the Facebook group. The girls we're all doing our best 24/7 to keep that covered for you at all hours of the day. Thank you so much. I love you all. Happy teching. Bye. See ya.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya. Sybil, before I cancel the call, if you save the chat. Oh, she's gone. She's got a wine and she's done one. See ya. Bye.